we are going up the river.
Catchy, energetic theme song here. I'm teaching our musician.
Dad and I recently took a trip up the Great Miami River. Armed with a camouflage canoe, paddles, styling life jackets, and enough sunblock to kill a small horse, we made our trek to a small park off Route 73 just outside of Trenton where we put in the river. Our destination?
Wayne Madison Road, just outside of Woodsdale.
Preferably before we hit the low-level dam and died. Don't assume that just because I'm speaking of this in the past tense, and speaking of this at all, that means we survived. I could have recorded this ahead of time and handed it off to Brian and Adam to edit for me, and you'd never know. The wind was blowing hard enough against the current that if we didn't paddle really hard, we'd risk staying still in the water. Tall waves risked capsizing our canoe. It was a little more dangerous than we anticipated. Along the way, we boated across the ruins of the late amusement park Lesourdsville Lake, or Americana as it was later known. It was sad and a bit surreal to see all these creations which once brought so many kids and families such joy now in such a state of disarray. All things considered, it was a fairly short trip. And for those of you nervously awaiting the outcome, yes, I did in fact live. It's funny, I've been canoeing at Houston Woods State Park and down the Whitewater River in Indiana, but after being on the Great Miami, those feel like amusement park attractions. They just don't have the thrill of actually being out on the open river. So, do I recommend boating? Yeah, I do. Just make sure you bring your life jacket and find out where the dams are so you don't end up, well, dead. This is Tim.